Hey guys, it's Mr. Zigner. It's lesson 1-2 today, powers and exponents. Let's get started. And here's some of the things we're going to look at today. We're going to be writing powers as products, powers in standard form, and writing numbers in exponential form. Now here's some of that new vocabulary we'll be hitting. We'll be adding most of these to our student-built glossary in class. Factors, exponent, base, powers, squared, cubed, evaluate, standard form, and exponential form. So here's our first example. We're supposed to write powers as products. So here we're writing 8 to the 4th power as a product of the same factor, and that's kind of a funny sentence. So we're going to get used to saying this as 8 to the 4th power. 8 is the base, 4 is the exponent, 8 is the factor that's going to be multiplied over and over. So product of the same factor. Well, product means to multiply. A factor is a number you multiply. So in the case of 8 to the 4th power, 8 is used as a factor 4 times. So that looks like 8 times 8 times 8 times 8. Moving on. So here's a problem for us to try out. We're going to write 3 to the 6th power as a product of the same factor. So which one of these, I'll pause here a little bit, which one of these is writing 3 to the 6th power as a product of the same factor? So 3, as we look back over on this previous slide, 3 is going to be used as a factor 6 times. So where did that happen? Hopefully you found it by now. Right here. There are 6 3's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 is used as a factor 6 times. Here, another example similar to the other one. Write 4 to the 6th as a product of the same factor. Get used to this little statement right here, product of the same factor. That gets used on quizzes and tests, so get used to hearing that little phrase and knowing what it means. So that means, of course, 4, as it says here, is used as a factor 6 times. So that would be 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. 6 4s. Another example for us to figure out. Let's see if you can figure this out before I can even finish reading it. Writing 7 to the 3rd power, that's also called 7 cubed, as a product of the same factor. So which one is using 7 as a factor 3 times? Did you find it? There it is. There are 1, 2, 3 7s. Moving on. Okay, a little bit different. Now we're writing powers in standard form. Standard form is the answer, the single number that the exponential way of writing the number equals. So here we have the exponential form, 8 to the 3rd, which equals 3 8s being multiplied. So let's see, what is 8 times 8 times 8? Well, 8 times 8 is 64. And then 64 times 8, did you get it? 512. All right, now we're going to evaluate the expression 4 to the 4th power. Now, evaluate means simply to solve. Sometimes there's more involved in the problem. It might be a more difficult problem, but evaluate simply means to solve. An expression is a problem without an equal sign, and as you can see here, it doesn't say 4 to the 4th equals question mark. It just says 4 to the 4th. So that's the expression. So 4 to the 4th. Let's see, can you follow along with this one? 4 times 4 is 16. And now 16 times another 4, well, that's 64. And then 64 times 4, well, as you can probably guess already without even doing the math, we're already above answers A, B, and C. Turns out 64 times 4 is 256. And here's our next example. We're supposed to evaluate the expression 6 to the 4th power. Again, evaluate simply means to solve. An expression is a math problem without an equal sign, and here it is right here, 6 to the 4th power. That means 6 is used as a factor 4 times. It means we're supposed to multiply those 4 6s. 6 times 6 is 36. 36 times another 6 is 216. And it turns out 216 times another 6 is 1,296. All right, we're going to solve this one. Evaluate the expression 5 to the 5th power. Now, of course, that means there are 5 5s being multiplied. 5 is used as a factor 5 times. Here we go. 5 times 5 is 25. Times another 5 is 125. Times a fourth 5 is 625. Times one more 5 for our 5th 5 is 3,125. Okay, now a little change here. We're going to write our powers in exponential form. So exponential form, that's where we write the base and an exponent. Here we have 9 times 9 times 9 times 9 times 9 times 9. So that number being multiplied over and over again is called the base. It is used as a factor 6 times. So that exponent ends up being 6. This ends up being 9 to the 6th power. 6 9s being multiplied. Alright, let's try another one. So what would this be in exponential form? We have 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Take a look at those. See if you can figure out which one that would be. Did you figure it out yet? Well, 3 is used as a factor 5 times. So this ends up being 3 to the 5th power. Thanks for joining me today as we work our way through the 7th grade Math Connects textbook. Feel free to email me with your questions. My website is www.mattzigner.com. On my site you'll find links to my math blog, some of my favorite educational sites, and lots of other helpful information for students, parents, and teachers. See you next time.